Hey guys, it's me, MivicJack24 here. Today I'm going to be reacting to a Salmonella Academy video called Origin of Phrases. It's been a long time since I've seen this video, but let's see. How about we react to it? Also, I do want to keep in mind that for those that don't know, Salmonella does practically a bit of some cursing in his videos, so I'll recommend that if you're below the age of 13, I recommend you do not watch this. And also, besides, keep in mind I'm only doing this as experimental to see just how well this does on its own. It's typically, if anything involves cursing and stuff in any videos I react to, I will age restrict it. However, I just want to say that just be careful because I won't what do you call it? I'll try my best to censor it, but at the end of the day I'm not really good with blocking stuff out. So if you hear any curse words you don't like, I'm sorry I warned you, but this is still experimental. Also, I'll have a link to the original video in the description, along with a link to Sam's channel, because show Sam some love. Also, all the copyright belongs to Salmonella Academy, as I'm making no claim over his video whatsoever, as I just want to react to it. Yeah, alright. Let's begin.
Hey kids, you know what's cool? Entomology. I mean emetology. I mean
Wait a sec. Hold on. What was the first one you said?
Hey kids, you know what's cool? Entomology.
Oh, alright.
I mean emetology. I mean etymology. There we go.
There we go.
Today we're going to talk about some words, some combinations thereof, and
Liverpool, therapist, Cumberstone. I don't know how to pronounce some of those.
where they come from. First is the phrase white elephant. Now, for those out of the loop, a white elephant is a possession which its owner cannot dispose of and whose cost, particularly that of maintenance, is out of proportion to its usefulness. And also a game played during the holidays for people who prefer random garbage over actual personalized presents.
I actually don't know about any of those two, so this should actually be a bit fun to learn about. Sam, take it away, Bao.
According to legend, this saying dates back to the monarchs of Siam. Whenever one of the king's courtiers drew his displeasure through whatever means, he would offer them a gift of a white elephant. It was considered the ultimate insult to refuse a gift from the king, so naturally the elephantee would be forced to accept. Now, if you know elephants as well as I do, you would know that they are frickin' gigantic. They can consume
I agree.
around 50 gallons of water and 500 pounds of foliage every day, which would be quite expensive to keep up in modern times.
I agree. I did not know elephants eat and drink that much per day. I did not know that.
Let alone hundreds of years ago. Plus, these ones are albino, so you have to hose them down with SPF 30 once an hour or else they'll turn into one big tumor. Okay, not really, but they definitely needed their shade. Also, Southeast Asian cultures considered white elephants sacred, so you weren't allowed to make the animal work, and you'd have to hire a load of people to care for it on a daily basis. Basically, the person getting the gift would have to choose between financial ruin or letting it die and being socially ostracized and
Alright, now I see why that is quite bad, because, well, oh boy. Well, that courtier is going to be screwed, definitely.
possibly even killed. I thought this whole thing was pretty clever, so I've started doing my own version. Whenever someone gets on my nerves, I spray paint progressive comments all over their house. That way, they'll have to spend the whole day angrily scrubbing it off, and then the neighbors will be like, wait, does that mean he likes the N-word? Bigoted scum. Next is
I actually think that's actually quite, what do you call it? I actually think that's quite genius for the modern day equivalent, but anyways, Let's hear this.
Balls to the wall. This one harkens back to the days when planes flew in the air. The throttle of many aircrafts would be controlled with either a lever or a plunger, either of which were often topped with a sphere for easy handling. Thus, when you wanted to throw the plane into max thrust, you'd put the balls to the wall. In a similar vein, the phrase balls deep comes from pinball machine.
I don't think it does, Sam. I don't think it does. As an 18-year-old teenage boy, I can safely say it does not mean that, and it definitely did not come from a pinball machine.
When you want to launch the ball full force, you pull the plunger all the way back, otherwise known as going balls deep. Nah, just kidding. That one actually means what you think it does.
That I saw coming away, Sam.
Next is getting your goat, a phrase used when someone or something annoys you. The origin of this phrase is still disputed by etymologists.
Aw, getting your goat. Let me actually look up this one I didn't even know existed. Hold on. Getting your goat. Let's see. Oh.
But one theory traces back to the sport of horse racing. In order to stop horses from getting nervous before a race, their owners would stick a goat in the stables to keep them calm. Apparently, the presence of a goat has some kind of therapeutic effect on horses, kind of like a therapy dog, except they can't pet it on account of hooves, so they just sniff it for a while, I guess. Cut to a pack.
That does seem right.
Of young hooligans looking for something to do besides bootlegging and getting polio. They decide to break into the stables at night and escort the goat to an undisclosed location. Then when the race starts, instead of running straight ahead like a normal person, the horse would run into the crowd and dropkick a grandma or whatever, and the old crotchety oil tycoon who owns the horse would stand up, shaking his cane, yelling, "Those punks really get my goat." Thanks.
I personally still haven't heard getting your goat or getting my goat before, but I guess this is interesting / normal. Yeah, but this is honestly still fascinating to learn about. It's not every day you learn about phrases that a lot of people use.
To modern medicine, anxious horses today can instead be given horsey Xanax to calm them down, which unfortunately means that the days of hot-blooded goat getting are over. However, some would argue that stealing horse tranquilizers can be equally rewarding in its own way, but
I do not condone anything Sam just said there.
enough of that mumbo jumbo. Hey, speaking of which, you ever wonder where mumbo jumbo comes from? Nice segue, Sam. Thanks, Sam. Anyway, strap in, kids. This one's gonna be good. Mumbo jumbo originates from the Mandingo people of West Africa. The Mandingos were a polygamous culture, and whenever a domestic quarrel broke out, they would soon hear animalistic screaming coming from the woods. They look over, and out runs this guy, known as Mumbo Jumbo. Now, Mumbo Jumbo's arrival was considered a big deal to the Mandingo. The whole tribe would sing and dance in the town center until midnight, at which point Mr. Jumbo would settle the dispute. And by settle the dispute, I mean tie the female to a post and slap her upside the head with a stick for an hour, while the rest of the village watched, all hootin' and a-hollerin'. And then he'd run screaming back into the woods, where he would remain until the next complaint arose. What the Mandingo women did...
Honestly, I'm just going to say, I just feel bad that that's the origin of Mumbo Jumbo, because I know that there's a Minecraft YouTuber that also goes by that name, but oh boy, just learning that the origin of the phrase is a bit odd, but then again, it doesn't mean like that in the modern era, I can safely say.
No, as that Mumbo Jumbo is not, in fact, a wild patriarchal deity from the forest, but merely the offending woman's husband or one of his friends wearing a costume made from tree bark and leaves. Anyway, the guy would be babbling nonsense the whole time, which is where the phrase Mumbo Jumbo is derived from. So next time one of your superiors uses the words Mumbo Jumbo in a jocular fashion, remember to report them to HR for promoting African wife beating. Anyway, that's all for today.
Yeah, do not follow anything that Sam just said there.
Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, alright, Sam. That was quite good. Alright. So, once again, all the copyright belongs to Sam, as I'm not making sure to get copyright struck by him. So, Sam, you have all the copyright belongs to you, and yeah, beautiful video, dude. Not taking claim or credit over all of your video, but this was fun to watch. Anyways, hopefully you guys learned something new, as this was definitely entertaining. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.